ho, Nelly, listen, love, to me. I'll sing for you, play for you a dulcet melody. Hi, Nelly, ho, Nelly, listen, love, to me. I'll sing for you, play for you a dulcet melody. Nelly, hi, ho, Nelly, ho, hi, ho, Nelly, hi.
Hello, and welcome to Catering to You, the Soiree to Go, our reimagined event for 2021 from the Corral. We would love to be celebrating in person with you today, but since there are still restrictions on group gatherings, we've decided to switch it up a little bit. We came up with a new idea, though, to keep us all connected. When the pandemic first started, we were at a loss about how to move forward. Concerts we planned to present in the spring of 2020 were canceled. That was followed by further cancellations of events through the rest of the year and through the fall. We missed each other's company performing, we missed seeing a live audience, and we missed the experience of making music together in the traditional way. When businesses began to shut down in the spring, we realized that some of our members had lost their jobs and might be experiencing some financial hardship. So the board approved an idea that we called Members Helping Members, a campaign that was mostly within our own organization. Members could apply for financial help if needed for basic needs, and in the end, the Corral collected over $4,000 that was administered confidentially and distributed to other members. The remaining balance, over $1,500, was donated to the Harry Chapin Food Bank at the Corral's December concert. And we also collected and distributed nearly 700 pounds of food donations for the holiday distribution as well. We began weekly rehearsals in October, and on December 13th, the Corral produced an outdoor concert at the City of Palms Stadium in downtown Fort Myers. A year before that, if you would have told us that we were going to have performances outside, I think we would have thought you were crazy. But we made this work so that we could have live performances in the community. We were outside, 6 feet apart with masks on, and we were so glad to have over 200 people there in attendance to hear the music that we prepared, a lot of it holiday music. In March, we presented Before the Morning Watch. This was at Moorings Presbyterian Church in Naples as part of their Hyacinth Artist Series. It was the first indoor concert for the Corral in over a year. The audience was limited to fewer than 200 people, socially distanced, and again, the Corral had to perform distanced themselves and with wearing face coverings. The music of John Rutter filled the church, and the audience got to experience live music, and we got to experience them applauding for it. And it was a great and remarkable experience, and it felt like the turn of things to come for us in the future, back to concerts together in the way we are accustomed. Our last concert of the season was Choral Joy, and this was at Pelican Preserve Community on April 21st. Initially, it was open only to residents, but as time went on and vaccinations increased, we were able to invite outside guests as well, and had several hundred people bring their own chairs to the Pelican Preserve Pavilion and enjoy some live music outside. What the 2020-2021 season has shown us is that where there's a will, there's a way. Although we've had to adapt and change and plan, and then replan, and then change that plan and plan again, we've been able to keep singing and keep music going. All at the same time, we've respected guidance and the recommendations of the CDC and our state and local governments. And it's allowed us to still make the music happen. We thank you so much for being a part of this event tonight. Now we'd like you to listen to the Corral in action, singing a piece for your enjoyment.
Sister, brother, live in harmony. Same and other, live in harmony. Human family, in chorus for all to hear and see. Sing, come
Daniel Hall is a composer who grew up in rural Utah. When he was young, his sister fell ill, and they were very, very far from a major metro area. And they called the paramedics for help. The paramedics came to help his sister and his younger sister, and they determined that they would not be able to take care of her in the ambulance and to get her to safety in time. So they called the Flight for Life crew to their rural home, and the crew came and picked up his sister and took his sister to the hospital, and before the family could get to the hospital, she passed. To remember her, he wrote this piece called A Dream of a Blessed Spirit. You'll hear the things that were important about this young girl's life in the piece. You'll hear a music box played in the piano. You'll hear a moment where Daniel recognizes the paramedic crew that came in the Flight for Life, and references in the poem Feet of Angels 7, and you'll hear something that maybe resembles that of the helicopter taking off, and you'll hear then how they remember her life at the end, still again with the music box. It's a really, really touching piece about his that he uses to help cope with the loss of his sister so many years earlier, A Dream of a Blessed Spirit. Today we celebrate 10 years, our 10th anniversary. May 11th is the day 10 years ago that the Symphonic Chorale received its nonprofit corporate status. We'd like to ask for your help tonight in supporting the chorale as we begin our second decade as Southwest Florida's only professional corps community chorus. It is through events like this that we're able to fund the chorale's concerts and ensure that we can continue to present the excellent musical offerings at a cost that makes it accessible for everyone to enjoy. You have been our unfailing supporters in the last 10 years. As we plan to celebrate our anniversary, we reflect on what brought us here this far. For your information, in a regular season, our typical budget is anywhere between $110,000 to $120,000. And last year's in-person soiree netted about $18,000 of that budget. Over the last 10 years, we've shared many firsts and have set many precedents. Our commitment to outreach and education led us to offer experiences not just to our audiences, but to all choral singers through Summer Sing and our always popular Sing Out Choral Festival, the only such community choral festival in Southwest Florida's Tri-County area. We've presented many lesser-known works. We've performed works by composers from countries and parts of the world that you maybe have not encountered before. We've brought them here, and we've commissioned new works and delivered their world premieres. Many of our self-produced concerts are often available without any admission charge, making them accessible and available to everyone in the community. And it's through events like this that we're able to make that happen. The Symphonic Chorale is dedicated to being a strong member of the arts in the community of Southwest Florida. We feel that cultural events that bring the community together make this a better place to live. We're very excited to start planning our 2021-22 season that will hopefully look a little bit more normal than we've seen this past year. Our seasons are typically a combination of self-produced concerts and partnerships with other organizations like Artists Naples, Gulf Shore Opera, Opera Naples, groups like that. This year we had similar events planned that all were canceled because of COVID. But as we prepare for next season, we've got one goal in mind, and that's to give you the very best that there is in choral music. To continue as a premier vocal organization, we need your help. As a nonprofit, we rely heavily on donations. Ticket sales, grants, and sponsorships also help, but it's certainly through donations that we receive the lion's share of our assistance. Tonight we're going to launch a special campaign that we hope you'll be a part of. We're asking you, our patrons, to join us in making a pledge of at least $10 a month to the chorale, an easy way to be a sustaining supporter of our organization, give us some consistent cash flow energy for us to do the things that we want to do. And we're hoping that we can invite you to be a part of that campaign, joining us at least the $10 a month level. Now we're going to send it to our fabulous pianist, Abigail Allison, and her husband, Sean, who are going to introduce and share with us some music. I hope that you enjoyed the sampling of music from Abby and Sean. Thank you for putting that together for us. Again, tonight we're so thrilled to be celebrating 10 years of choral music as the Symphonic Chorale. It was 10 years ago that we received our nonprofit status after a separation from the Southwest Florida Symphony Orchestra. This still allowed us to continue to perform with the orchestra, but also do more of our work individually and to partner with other arts organizations in the community. The founding director, Tim McDonald, left in 2015, and I've been conducting the ensemble since then. It's been a great experience for me, and I think for the ensemble as well, and we hope for many, many, many more years together. As the chorale changed and grew over the last 6 years, the board of directors asked the question whether it was time to update our name. The Symphonic Chorale of Southwest Florida, perhaps a little lengthy and difficult to roll off the tongue, implied some things that didn't really capture what the group was about. The word symphonic perhaps had the assumption that every work that we did was choral orchestral or symphonic in nature. And while that's still a part of our repertoire, it's not all that we're about. We've performed so much world music and music from different parts of the United States and from different eras of history. We've done music accompanied and unaccompanied, with piano, with orchestra, with brass quintets. That seemed to limit us when we said symphonic. Another limitation of the word symphonic made people perhaps think that the Southwest Florida Symphony Orchestra was a financial contributor to us, which is not the case. And so we wanted to look at some options that would allow us to better describe what it is that we do in the community. The word Southwest Florida is important to us because we love this community. But there's so many other organizations that are using that terminology. We wanted to look at perhaps branching away from that in a potential rename for us. So with that, I am happy to announce that the Symphonic Chorale of Southwest Florida has adopted a new name, and you will hear it tonight for the first time. I'm happy to share with you our organization, Choral Artistry. We'll launch a new website on July 1st and begin our new fiscal year as Choral Artistry. and you are hearing it here first. Our new logo is imprinted on the blue wine bag you received with dinner. Choral Artistry is happy to talk about some of the things that we're going to do in 2021 and 2022. First, don't be afraid. There are choral orchestral masterworks in the schedule. So if that is something in our season that you're accustomed to, fear not. You'll be able to hear that. We will also, in the fall, bring back Sing Out, because although we usually do this in February or January, we wanted to do it a little bit earlier this year because we know how much many of you have missed that chance being with the choir and singing. So whether you have sung in a choir at some point in your life, have never sung, sing with the chorale, have sung with the chorale, have an interest in singing with the chorale, we hope that you'll join us for that Sing Out event in the fall. And I'll also just have you keep your eye out for some of the other music that's going to be on our season that will be premieres in this part of the country. And I hope that you will join us for those works as well later in the season. Thank you so much, though, for joining us tonight. We are grateful for the restaurants that agreed to participate and partner with us in this event. And we hope that your chosen meal has been enjoyable and fun as we put this together for you. Remember to go to our website right now, or after you've put your fork and knife down, and become a charter member of our $10 for 10 years monthly donor campaign. If you'd like to change that and go to 20 or 50 or 100 or 1,000, we'll allow it. Don't forget to watch for more exciting news to come from Choral Artistry, the newest, oldest chorus in Southwest Florida, and that's our legacy. We'd like to close with a piece we sang a couple weeks ago at Pelican Preserve titled The Awakening, about what music can do when the power is unleashed of it. It's by Joseph Martin. You'll see when you hear the introduction that I did at the concert, you'll hear a little bit more about it, and you'll know why we have to make sure that music is not to be kept silent, but to be heard. And we hope that you're a partner with us as Choral Artistry moves into 2021, 2022. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to seeing you next season. With that, we think about the next piece, which is Joseph Martin's The Awakening. It's almost too poignant. It's a narrator who has a dream that there is no music. And when there's a child that needs a lullaby, cannot be sung to. And when there's someone who needs to worship, there cannot be an Alleluia sung. And when there's someone that needs to feel loved or consoled, there is no music. And then the narrator wakes partway through and says, thank goodness that was a dream. We've got to sing and let music carry on. So you hear it in sort of two parts. The first that has some sort of sorrowful moments of expression in a world without music, and little moments too of anger as well in those moments. And then the transition when the narrator awakes and realizes that it was just a dream that he hopes never, ever, ever comes true, or perhaps for some people never comes true again. This is Joseph Martin's The Awakening.
I dreamed a dream. I dreamed a dream. I dreamed a dream. A silent dream. Awake, 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 my soul, and sing. The time for praise has come. The silence of the night has passed. A new day has begun. Let music never die in me. Forever let my spirit sing. Wherever emptiness is found, let there be joy and glorious sound. Let music never die in me. Forever let my spirit sing. Let all our voices join as one to praise the Giver of the song. Awake, awake, let music live. Let music live. Let music live.